is going today. Lois, my name's Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
We're Dwayne N Jazz. So we have Ichigo versus Yusuke, Urameshi, Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho, Death Battle.
Man, classic versus a classic.
Exactly. I'm a fan of both of them.
Yeah, like we fall asleep to like old Toonami bumps of like different shows and stuff. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball, not the Z attached to it. Like all the old ones. So it's like
that's good. And then
I don't know.
Bleach coming back with 1,000-Year Blood War. I'm ready for that.
Business, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, without further ado, if you guys have any questions for our social media in the link in the show, we have to
subscribe.
Without my name. Who are you looking at?
Right, because Yusuke is definitely like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu Hakusho.
And he was a delinquent, bro.
Yeah, Yusuke was a delinquent. But he was a good person.
Yeah.
Who would win on Death Battle? Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Oh.
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man,
Waco Mundo.
Just started. Our souls are ferried by Shinigami.
I feel like I'm the only one in the world that hate Rukia. Like,
you
I
are.
swear.
Everybody loves you as you, bro.
Except me, man.
When a soul goes astray,
Rukia is annoying.
Evil and regret. It's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society. Works great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came
and his name means strawberry.
His mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist. Left with his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt. So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up. But this wound began to heal when he found his calling. Upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within. Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami. Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy.
You hear the music?
I know.
And exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu. Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, he can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally. He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly. Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money. And hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu.
I'm still be laughing when they call him Chad, bro.
Right.
Nah, that's too long, bro. Your name Chad.
Yeah, that's a lot.
GPA
it's
comes
Chad,
first,
bro.
and maybe a round or two of tech. But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. He's basically a super-powered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost Sword! Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all. Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double Ghost Sword gives Ichigo
and we know who one of them is.
his trademark attack. The sword beam to end all sword beams. Getsuga Tensho! Tensho is incredibly powerful and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once.
I used to love playing Ichigo and Jump Force. When it first came out, like that first week and a half.
Yeah.
Then after that,
it was over, yeah.
Even from frame one, he can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't
Menos used to be menacing.
Confirmed they're real light, and the novels say so too. Plus, early on, Uryu moves so fast that he left his own shadow behind. But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
He wasn't the only one.
A guy so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned
training hard.
Hit the music! Until now, Zangetsu had operated only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master.
But you know,
Kai!
Bankai!
Letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole friggin' Soul Society.
Look at her having to be
Because
saved.
Ichigo's greatest gift
Look at
is his
her.
potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries.
Right? That's kind of weird.
Styles
Right?
surpassing his limits time and time again. Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clapped.
That's my boy.
As he heard Orihime cheering him on, that was all he needed to smack.
I love Grimjow, man.
You mean Grimjow, right? Yeah. But even with that main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen.
Grimjow was the first one to box step on air before he beat you up.
I knew he was a problem, bro.
To tap into his unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy. Old Man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace. Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mass to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger. Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs.
That fight was insane.
Yeah.
Full hollow, and you really don't want that. Hollowification exceeds even Bankai, and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco-Mundo, the world of hollows. Full hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell. But with help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen. Challenge is an understatement.
When he did that, by that time, I was like, yes, let's go, man.
Yeah.
Flex so hard,
I'm tired of Aizen at that point.
Which crushes space like a mini black hole. And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power. He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normiville. Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back. And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again! Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with the final endgame boss, Yuhabak. And while other Shinigami tried their best,
man, they came in tearing that place up.
To pull it off. His father was a Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his 2 Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other Hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan.
Just for some reason, he gotta have everything.
Fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and 2 new Zanpakuto. True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive.
Yes.
Dead. Undead? Yeah. Stronger than Kanbachi.
Oh, that's my dude too. That's my goat.
Stronger than Senjimaru, who shook heaven and earth across the realms. And strong enough to match Yuhabak, even after he absorbed the Soul King. Juiced up with Soul King power. All 3 realms. The human world, Soul Society, and Hueco-Mundo. Plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms. And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yuhabak was going to end everything through sheer power alone. But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up, entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tensho with a mighty hollow attack, the Grand Ray Sero, making a giant crescent slash that ripped through space itself. All of that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yuhabak was scared of it. Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done! Ichigo was finally content. And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
My goat, Ichigo.
I love that show.
Have no idea what they want to do with her.
My other goat.
I love both these shows.
I know.
I love his uniform. It's just those uniforms got swag to them. I'm sorry. They got aura.
Who the ups are, be they women, old folk, or babies.
Right?
He didn't care.
He used to talk his talk.
Like friends and family. Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
That he was looking at himself.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end. Surprisingly though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim his soul. Blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation. Then told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his
and then he saw that they were.
Would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
At the
He
sight
said,
of
"How dare you die!"
far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability in his quest to beat the dog shit out of
Spirit
Demon
gun.
Kai. Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable. Heals from wounds quickly and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun.
Yep.
At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his personal WMD.
Yes.
Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blast around.
That sounds crazy. Who
Say
say that?
Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a spirit shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a spirit punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clovers the hell out of you. And the spirit wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to trap them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart. And his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
But his best secret is how quickly he improves.
That granny.
All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
D-class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Tagura, who could vaporize
I hated his big, ugly.
But Yusuke needed to survive and protect his
I
life.
couldn't stand him. Oh my god. Every time I see him, I get pissed, bro.
Absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Yeah, that was his biggest op. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Biggest op.
Ridiculous.
More joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
To send Taguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui.
Oh god.
Detective gone bad.
Yeah.
A great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked, he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That Enema guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally.
Of course he was.
ancient,
Yeah.
incredibly powerful being. One of the strongest in existence. Raizen, the Demon King.
With his Mizoku mark, Yusuke can channel Raizen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust.
Yep.
The feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but
for
red.
demons.
Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-Class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world.
Yeah.
But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
No.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? We can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mizoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power.
Yeah, that song was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Energy, but even better, it's
Don't watch that close to the TV.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's golden glowing.
You'll end up with a condition.
Creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood, or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective.
This makes me want to rewatch this.
I know. We watched the whole series again.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
So
possibilities.
who do you think's winning?
It's time for a dead battle.
Alright, bro. Both of these are one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with Ichigo just because
I
he
was
got
gonna
so
say
many.
I think Yusuke might win.
Both of them are like strong. Ichigo got so many different things going on.
He does.
Hollow Reaper, like you know what I mean.
It's a demon. That's hollow.
I said that's a demon. That boy is a demon.
Let's go.
I don't even need no sword to fight you.
Facts.
And I just love how he says it. Too.
Yes.
He said, "Put them swords down."
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I think he got him hand to hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, right in the. Oh. All right. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That I remember that happened. That scared me, bro.
Yeah. He's gonna still save him.
Nah, he don't need no saving.
Well, he tried to.
Grab him by the face, send him to Hueco Mundo.
He said we fighting in here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Little demon energy got you scared? Once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Give in to the Yusuke.
Uh-oh.
Let's devour him together.
Oh,
No.
boy. I said no.
No.
This is my fight, jackass! You just don't be bad!
Uh-oh, he got the mark on him. He about to have more fun. Yay!
Oh boy.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner?
Uh-oh.
Like old times.
Bruh.
He said I could transform too.
That's the best you can do? I can go even faster if you like.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I was about to say that demon version of him likes fighting.
It kills me.
Yes. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, that's the final move. Here we go. Did he get him?
See you on the other side.
Wait, it's not over, is it? Oh, it is, okay. And first of all, I was about to say it's not over.
The afterlife offers frequent flyer miles.
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this.
Right, he's like, it's not to cover here.
Yeah.
Their abilities.
Yusuke could see Ichigo no problem and resist auras like Taguro's, similar to Reiatsu.
I like Ichigo,
couldn't
but
seize a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho,
Yes.
and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoki.
yeah.
However, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dongai training,
And no swords. He just had way more abilities to play with.
Okay,
Likewise,
that's fair.
speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start, and he's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power.
Okay.
So, Ichigo takes.
Okay.
Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt.
We hit him with that nut shot.
I expected that.
Styled on guys with
From
centuries
him.
of training
Yeah.
and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's
Yeah.
decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one
A tie.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo.
Right?
3
Yes.
realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also going to destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big. Giving
Okay.
Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo.
Why are you looking at me?
Why you looking at me?
I just know you want to.
Next time on Death
go
Battle.
Yusuke with. Okay, what's this?
Eggman was up.
Yeah, you're right. Oh. Cell versus Metal Sonic?
Subscribe.
Alright. I'm ready to see what that one. I think Cell clears, but we gonna see.
Cell versus Metasonic.
Bro, I think Cell clears, but hey, you never know. You never know.
Metal Sonic just has such a cool design.
Yes, I will agree. I will agree 100%. But my boy Ichigo, you know, I
I mean, I like both shows, so I'm not upset.
But you're like,
I thought the fight was gonna go further.
yeah, a little further, a little more. Yeah, when they
their
went black.
other transformations
Yes,
and stuff like that. I thought that it was gonna get to like their final transformations, and then we see the outcome.
Yeah.
But I guess they were just like, we ain't got.
Yeah, ain't gotta do all that because Ichigo, by their metrics, because there's so many people that debunk death battles. We might start watching them if y'all want us to see. But there's so many videos out there debunking.
Yeah, because after that, I was like, what?
Yeah, like the Blade versus Buffy. Oh my God, I'm still. Anyway, guys.
You're hurt by that personally. That's why.
Comment below.
He already getting nerfed in the game. He ain't got to get
Comment below. Let us know what you think.
Too. Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.
Share some more. Deuces.